Good morning everyone. It's time for a Read Write Ink lesson now. Let's start off by looking at all of the sounds that we've learnt so far. Are you ready? K, B, L, A, J, Q, Z, Y, X, G, R, O, D, I, K, A, W, E, V, S. Super, well done. Now today our letter is E. Do you remember this letter? Yeah, can you remember what's on the back? E for egg. Well remembered. And when we have an egg for our breakfast, we have to chop the top off so we can dip our soldiers in our toast. So we lift off the top and then we scoop out the egg. Can you do that with me? Lift off the top and scoop out the egg. 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 Can you think of anything that starts with the sound E? Good idea. Now I have some pictures of things that start with E as well. Ready? My turn. Envelope. Great job. My turn. Elephant. Your turn. Super. Elbow. Egg. Great, well done. Now we're going to do our speed sounds next, and your speed sounds are at the top of your page here. Okay, so let's do super speedy sounds together first. I'll just get my sounds ready. Start with, okay, you ready? Steady, and go. O, D, I, K, A, T, W, V, S. Whoa, super speedy. So have a go at your speed sounds with your grown-up. Don't forget there are two letters that make one sound at the beginning, which is a digraph sound. That's the sound K. So we don't say K. We just say K. Off you go. I'll see you in a minute. Super speed sounds, well done. Now next we're going to have a look at our green words for today. But first let's have a go at reading these green words together. Are you ready? Got your brain boxes on? Okay, you have a go at doing these sounds with me. I'll press the sound buttons. Off you go. V, E, S, T, vest, vest. W, E, T, wet, wet. At, hat. Mac, Mac. Drip, drip. drop, drop. Sock, sock, sock. Sock, socks. Fantastic, well done. Now have a go at doing those green words with your grown-up, and I will see you in a minute. Fantastic. Did you read all of those green words? That puts a big smile on my face. Well done for having a go. Now we've got some sentences to read next. Oh, hello Fred. How are you? It is a rainy day today, you're right. And you want to go out and play in the rain? You too. Well, I think you're going to need to put some clothes on first, Fred. I did make you some clothes yesterday. Can you remember what colour they were? They were red. Would you like to put your red clothes on? You would? Okay. Let's get Fred dressed. Okay, so Fred is already in his hat, his vest and his socks. Now, Fred, if I'm going to come outside with you in the rain, I need to put my rain mac on. Do you remember yesterday I showed you my mac that I wear outside in the rain? It's waterproof, so it keeps me nice and dry. So I think I better go and get ready too. You ready, Fred? Okay, see you in a minute. Right, are you ready, Fred? He's ready. I'm going to put my hood up. Okay, let's go, Fred. Gosh, it is very, very wet. Look. You're getting wet already, Fred. Yeah. Say hi, boys and girls. Let's have a walk around. Should we splash in the puddles? Yeah. Go on then, Fred, have a splash in the puddles. Is it fun? You're getting very wet socks, Fred. Are you having a swim, Fred? Oh dear, Fred has a wet hat, a very wet vest and very wet socks. And look at my rain mac. It is very wet. I think we better go inside, don't you? Oh gosh, it is so wet out there. Yuck, I have one dripping wet frog. Look at Fred. Drip, drop, drip, drop. Let's pop him up there. Oh, and look, I have a wet mac. Yuck. Let me pop this on the back of my chair. Oh gosh, Fred, your socks are so wet. Let's take Fred's socks off. Oh, wet socks. Drip, drip, drip. And Fred, look at your hat. Oh dear, wet hat. Drop, drop. And Fred, look at your vest. Oh, let's take that off. Wet vest. Drip, drip. Oh, look. Yuck. And look at my mat. My mat is wet too. Wet mat. Wet mat. Drip, drop. Should we have a go at reading those sentences now? Let me show you the sentences on your sheet. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences to read. Should we have a look? Let's read them together. Here's the first one. Wet, wet. Socks, wet socks. And then there's a line, a little dash, and then drip, drip, drip. That's the same word. Drip, drip. Wet socks, drip, drip. Have a look at the next one. What else got wet? Wet, wet. Hat, wet hat. Drop, drop. Drop. They're the same word, look. Drop, drop. Wet hat, drop, drop. Fred's hat did get wet. He had lots of fun though. What else got wet? His socks, his hat. What else? Wet, wet. Vest, vest. That's right. His vest got wet. Wet vest. Drip, drip. Drip. They're the same. Wet vest, drip, drip. And our last sentence, what else got wet? It was something I was wearing. Oh, I think our sentence has got a bit wet too. Let's have a look. Oh, look, the sentence is drip, dripping. Wet, wet. Mac. Fantastic. I was wearing a Mac. Wet Mac. Drip. Drip. Drop. They're not the same, are they? No. Drip. Drop. Look, they both have d, and p, but drip has an I in the middle, and drop has an O in the middle. Drip, drop. So see if you can read those sentences, and I'll see you in a minute. Bye. Well done for having a go at reading those sentences. Give your grown-up a big high five. Well done. Now we're going to have a go at writing our speed sounds now and a couple of green words. So let's get our pens and paper or whiteboard ready. And we're going to start off with the sound for pirate. So we're going to go down the pirate's plait, back up again and over the pirate's face. Ready? Down the pirate's plait, back up again and over the pirate's face. Super job, well done. Just get my paper towel. Okay, the next sound is for robot. And we go down his back and then curl over his arm. Ready? Down his back and then curl over his arm. Super job. Okay, the next sound is for orange. We're going to go all around the orange. Easy. Okay, the next sound is D, D for dinosaur. And we go around the dinosaur's bottom first, and then up his tall neck, and then down to his feet. Flick. And you have a go. Round the dinosaur's bottom, up his tall neck, and then down to his feet. Flick. D. And the next sound is I for insect. So down the insect's body, flick, and a dot for his head. Down the insect's body, flick, and a dot for his head. I. Super, well done. Now the next sound is k for caterpillar, and we just curl around the caterpillar. Curl around the caterpillar. Remember to pause me if I go too fast. So the next sound is and we do Maisie, and then mountain, mountain, flick. Ready? Maisie, mountain, mountain, flick. Excellent. Okay, the next sound is, for apple. Round the apple, and right to the top, and then down the leaf, flick. So round the apple, join it up, and then down the leaf, flick. You're doing really well. Keep going. The next sound is for horse. We go down the horse's head to his hooves and over his back. Flick. Down the horse's head to his hooves and over his back. Flick. Good job. And the next sound is t for tower. And remember, we go down the tower, flick, and across the tower. Down the tower, flick, and across the tower. Terrific. And the next sound is w for worm. We go down, up, down, up. Wiggly worm. Down, up, down, up. Super job. And the next sound is our sound of the day. So we lift off the top and scoop out the egg. Lift off the top and scoop out the egg. Excellent. And the next sound is V for vulture. We go down a wing and then up a wing. Ready? Down a wing and up a wing. A nice point at the bottom. Very good. And the last sound is S for snake. Slither down the snake. Ready? Slither down the snake. Super. You've done it. You've worked really, really hard. Now, we're going to give Fred a quick shout. Hopefully he's a bit drier now from all of the rain. Should we give him a little shout and then he can tell us which word he would like to write today? Should we give him a shout? Say, Fred! Fred! Oh, here he comes. Oh, hi, Fred. You're still a bit wet. You are. You were soaking wet. You were dropping everywhere, weren't you? All over the floor. You were. Let's help to give him a little dry. There we go. Give you a little dry there. Give your head a dry. And your mouth and your arms. Should we give your back a dry and your legs? And give your feet a dry. Oh, is that a bit better, Fred? It is. Oh, I'm glad. Fred, which words would you like us to write today? I thought you might. Shall we have a go at writing the word wet? Wet. Well done. Okay, so let's do the word wet with our Fred fingers. Can you help me? So show me 0. I'm going to do wet. W-E-T. wet. What does wet begin with? W. Fantastic. You remember how to do a W? We need to go down, up, like a wiggly worm. What comes next in wet? Ready? W. E. Fantastic. That's our sound of the day. So lift off the top and scoop out the egg. W. E. Wet. W. E. T. There's a T at the end. Well done. T for tower. So we need to go down the tower, flick, and across the tower. Super. W. E. T. Wet. Have you done the word wet? Oh, fantastic. Well done. Now, Fred would like to write one more word, wouldn't you, Fred? What would you like to write next, Fred? He would like to write the word drip. What do you think Fred said? Drip. Drip. Good listening. Let's have a go at using our Fred fingers to do drip. Ready? Drip. Oh, how many sounds? 4 sounds. Drip. Drip. What does drip begin with? D. Well done. D for dinosaur. Round the dinosaur's bottom, up his tall neck, and down to his feet. Flick. Drip. D. Fantastic. Down his body and curl over his arm. D. For insect. So down the insect's body and a dot for his head. Drip. D. Well done. Good listening. A pirate. Down the pirate's plat and over the pirate's face. Drip. Did you write the word drip? Good job. Well done. Oh dear, dropped my pen. Okay. Now, we'll have a little brain break and then we will come back and do our tricky monster word of the day. And you can go and dry off a little bit more, Fred, can't you? Good idea. Go and sit next to the radiator and get warm. Shall we say goodbye to Fred and I will see you in a minute for Tricky Monsters. Bye. Bye, Fred. Hello, everyone. Now we're going to find out what our tricky monster word is today. But first, let's have a look at all of the tricky monsters that we've learned so far. Let's give them a muddle up and make it even trickier. Well done. Got your brain boxes on? Super. Okay, here they come. You say their names. Mrs. So. Me. I. My. To. Out. We. Do. Be. He. No. Oh. The. Mr. Go. Wow, we have learnt so many tricky words, children. Look at all of those. Now let's find out what our tricky monster is today. First, let's do our Tricky Monster song. I know you're so good at this. Ready? You help me? Tricky words, don't get tricked by tricky words. They're tricky. Have a look and have a guess which one you think our tricky monster word might be. Which one do you think? Let's see. It's this one. Did you guess it right? It's a yellow tricky monster today. And this tricky monster has the word one on its tummy. One. Can you say that? One. Fantastic, just like the number one. So I might say, I'm going to have one biscuit for my snack. Or, can I have one sweet, please? Or I might say, one day I went to the park. Can you think of a sentence that you could say with the tricky word one in it? Have a think. Good ideas. Well done. Now, if we sound out these letters on his tummy, should we see what it says? O, n, e, one, one. Have you ever heard the word honour? No. This tricky monster has changed some of the sounds to try and trick us. We know it's the tricky word one. So it should be w-o-n, one. But look, the tricky monster has taken away the w and he's put an e at the end that we can't hear. He is a tricky monster, isn't he? But we are not going to let him trick us, are we? We're going to lock the tricky word one in our brain box. Ready? One. Ch. Have you locked it away? Fantastic. And so that we can remember this tricky word, let's stick it somewhere in our house so that every time we walk past, we can say one. I'm going to put mine on my freezer door, I think. So every time I go to the freezer to get an ice lolly, I can say one. Where are you going to put yours? Good idea. Off you go. And I will see you tomorrow for our new tricky monster. Bye.